Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Talking TVL. I'm your digital host, Breona Winn, and if you don't know what this is our pre-show to our lifestyle show called Tennessee Valley Living, which airs every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Happy Monday, okay? Today is August 18th, 2025. I hope you all had an amazing weekend. But before we entered the weekend, we did have our annual TVL Takes the Field show. It was a blast. So many different moving pieces and elements of friendly competition that resulted in Carl Prather getting pied in the face with whipped cream, which you can watch on our website, tvliving.com. But this morning, I'm going to replay the interview that we had with Lehigh General's Drumline. They really knocked the house out. They really blew the roof off the place, if I do say so myself. Let's check it out.
All right, well, halfway through TVL, that means we need a little halftime show. And so good thing this morning, Lehigh's 5-star marching machine drumline here in studio with 5 of their instruments, ready to give us a deep dive into the beat that keeps their performance strong. Guys, we are pumped that you're here.
Thanks so much for being here. I know. Everyone is super excited.
I'm like, drum roll. Wow, here they are.
Look,
truly. Carl's got the sticks.
He gave me some... He gave me all that too?
Go lead the way.
I know. Okay, so listen. Let's get started. I know what the symbols are, but Miss Jaden, what does this really actually sound like within the band?
You got some arm strength for these two. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so they are they're powerful crashes, and they have accents, and they have visual flares. When we play the cymbals, how we do it is we have bandanas so that we are able to hold the cymbals.
Okay.
The pads help so we don't hurt ourselves on the metal of the cymbals, and it helps when we do our crash chokes and our chokes.
Okay.
So how we crash choke is we go. Yes, they are very loud. I'm so sorry.
No, you're
I
good.
didn't realize holding it a different
Fantastic.
way like changes the sound.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So crash, choke, and then when you choke, you have a very big, it's like that. They are very loud, really loud.
It's so interesting because not only are you performing musically, but even with your body, like marching while doing this is unbelievable.
Unreal.
Like this is a visual performance as much as it is an audio performance.
Yes, and it helps me become stronger.
Amazing. Okay, so Jaden, again, she's on the cymbals.
Yes.
She is fabulous. Okay, up next, let's see Elijah. He's got the marching snare drum.
Yes.
How are you doing over here, Elijah?
Good. How about you?
How exactly do you go about this? This is big too. Do you keep it this low?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh wow, that's like you gotta have to reach down there and do that. Let's see, you give this a go. What kind of mindset do you have to play this?
You gotta have a strong mindset. You gotta play confident, like when you're playing the drum. The snare drum produces a sharp, crisp sound, and there are 2 ways to hold your sticks. There is match grip, like this, and then there is traditional grip, like this.
Is it just personal preference which one you use, or does it depend on the note?
Mostly in marching bands, they play with traditional grip.
Okay. Is that what you like?
Yes.
Okay.
But when we play concert, we play with match grip.
And again, does that kind of change how it sounds, or is it just what kind of feels right?
It just feels right.
I see ya. Okay, so can we hear an example of both with different grips?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, that was exhilarating. Okay, so that was traditional grip?
Yes.
Okay, and then what was the other grip?
Match grip.
Match grip. All right, let's hear it. Carl, you got that? You got your sticks?
I was about to start stepping this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. My bad.
Elijah rocks again. He's on the marching snare drum. We got Chase up next. What's he gonna do?
Yes, Chase, you have the traditional leg tenor drum. So I just have to ask you, I see his drum, your drum. Tell me what the difference is between the two, and then let me know how that works.
Yes, sir. The difference between the snare and the tenor drum, it supports the rhythms, and it adds fullness to the cadences and songs that we play. So if I use my tenor and he uses his snare part, I'll match his part to my part.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, listen, we have to hear this really quick. Let us know.
Yes, sir.
Low, you gotta have some good back support
For
that
sure.
thing, right? Like both of you guys playing down there and strapped on.
Yes, ma'am.
So talented.
Yes,
All right, so that was Chase. Up next we got Raquavius. You are carrying something called the marching sextets. Is that right?
Well, these are actually the marching quints, and these right here produce various sounds of melodic patterns and rhythmic tunes. And
there's a lot going on here.
I was about to say that.
You got like 5 different instruments in one.
Usually I would play 6.
Wow. Okay, so normally 6, but you got 5. Do each one of those have a different pitch or a different echo?
Each one has a different pitch.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, it's...
Oh, that was cool.
The middle, like it's like different like sounds on each one.
Wait, so let me ask you this real quick. Do you have like notes? I mean, do you read music? I mean, because those two have different pitches to them. Are those individual notes, or how does kind of the notation work when you're playing?
So usually I make my own parts
Okay.
to everything with song wise, but when reading like on like staff music, it's like the lowest line would be these two right here, the lowest line. So this is the 3, you go by numbers. You got 1, this being the highest, 2
Okay.
being the mid highest, 3 is like the low, medium, and
Okay.
then 4 is like the deepest tone.
You're all y'all are so talented, man.
That young man
is-
has 15 different drums right over there. That's how,
Truly.
how fantastic. I know. Marcus,
All right.
you have, this is probably maybe my favorite. You have the marching bass
go.
drum. Marcus, tell me about this. That is a lot of drum relative to you having to carry that within the marching band. Let us know how this works.
Okay, so this is the marching bass drum. It's a low pitch drum that's carried vertically, like I have one right now.
I love it. Okay, so listen, we want each and every one of these amazing young athletes, because I call them athletes because this is crazy how incredible
Literally.
you all are. This year, the most important part about this, you can hear this team on our ESPN at 97.7 The Zone during the high school football highlight show, which is incredible. We just want to give you a sneak peek of their sound. Take it away as I dance over here in the corner.
Yeah, Lee High School. Here we go. Oh my!
Yeah!
That was electric. I can't even hear myself
Great
right
job.
now.
Great
I
job.
don't know if you guys, the TV was turned up to the max. I hope it was because it was so hype. Guys,
Thank you.
for coming on.
Thank
and
you.
Lee
Thank
High
you.
School.
Thank you.
can see him take the field this coming week. I'm out of breath. I didn't even do anything.
I'm sweating over here, shoulders gone. I was doing like
yeah, we were over here having
Yeah,
some moves. Guys, so talented each of you are. Thank you for coming on. Have a great season this coming football season. And again, you can hear them on ESPN 97.7 The Zone. So tune in for that.
Every Friday, ESPN 97.7 The Zone. That is where you can hear the drum line live and in action for yourselves. They did an amazing job. And again, if you want to watch the full show, head on over to tvliving.com to look at the other interviews that you may have missed. But moving right along, okay, today on TVL, listen, people, back to school season is upon us, and it could feel like a fresh start, but also a little bit chaotic between the schedules, the sign-ups, expectations. Very easy to carry a lot of mental and emotional clutter into this new season, and this is why our girl Shannon Carruthers is here to let you know that number one, you don't have to do it all. Number two, you don't have to be it all. Number three, you don't have to carry it all alone. And she is sharing 5 different things that you can do to let go of the right now and make space for what actually matters to you and your family. Love when she comes on. She always has great tidbits for all the moms out there. So make sure that you're tuned in around 11:15 for that interview. And then, listen, we're going to rock on with the members of the Silver Silos as they perform one of their songs, Alabama Stars, live in studio today. They've got band members Taylor, Brad, and Jake. I actually listened to their live performance of their song, You Can't Be What You Ain't, on YouTube this morning. I thought it was pretty good, so I highly recommend y'all head on over to YouTube to check them out. And then, if you're like most people, you probably check your retirement account during market swings and wonder if you'll have enough money to retire. Well, our last guest today says that you are not asking the right questions. In fact, if that's what you're thinking, you're asking the wrong questions entirely. And Jeremiah Nolan is a Huntsville-based financial advisor coming on the show today to talk about his book, Retire with a Paycheck. and share why the most boring retirement strategy might actually be the most profitable. Very knowledgeable in the areas when it comes to retirement finance. So we're excited to have Jeremiah on the show today around 11:45. So make sure that you have plans to watch. And that's it. That's all we have for you today. Like I said, we've got back to school tips for moms. We've got music in the half hour. And then we've got an advisory sort of conversation with Jeremiah when it comes to retirement. So pretty well-rounded show, if I do say so myself. I hope you all make plans to watch at 11 for an all-new episode of Tennessee Valley Living. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m.